Hello everyone, my name is Neni and this is my Have a Day series and it is day 6. 6. 6. Okay. So the biggest news I have is that I am finally done with pre-production at my film school. I turned in my notebook and I got a B and I am very happy about the results. I wish I had gotten an A. There's probably something within the notebook that needs a little bit more work as I go into production. But I also got a message today from my teacher. He messaged the whole class about enrollment for the next phase of the workshop, which is production. And I am currently enrolled, and I checked my grade and I have a B, but that just makes me worried about some of my other classmates that might not have passed. But I'm hoping that the class isn't canceled because I really do want to complete my film classes at my college because this is what I want to do with my career. This is what I want to do full time. Like, that's my dream, is to work in the industry. Not necessarily like live in Hollywood and get a star of my name on the boardwalk, but just to like create and share my ideas with people and possibly give a voice to those who are like me, who are from a small island that not a whole lot of people know about. I don't think I really talk about my island that much on my vlogs. Well, I'm from Saipan, which is north of Guam, which is a territory of the United States. But Saipan is part of a Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, for the United States. And I moved here to the States the first time when I was a year old in Ohio, and my brother was born. And he's the only one that was born in the States, so he's the only one who could run for president. And then we moved back, and then I was living on Saipan until I was about 5 or 6, and we moved to the States again, and I've been living here in the States ever since. I really hope to visit my hometown soon. I want to see this. I want to see the ocean. Like, the last time I saw the ocean was in 2020 at San Diego with my partner. But it was cold because we went in March, and I wasn't expecting my time in California to be so overcast and rainy. Even though I loved it, I was just expecting so much sun and a lot of playtime on the beach. I also got a haircut that I gave myself that you can probably tell because there's some stuff that needs to be cut. I need to have my brother fix it up for me, maybe even the bangs because it's a little crooked. But a lot of my coworkers loved the haircut yesterday, and my family also really likes my haircut too. And a big update for me is that I deleted my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok accounts a couple days ago. Honestly, the reason why I deleted them is because I was doom scrolling almost every day. That's a lie. Every day. I was doing that every day. Like, any moment I wasn't talking to somebody, I was on my phone, which is really unhealthy. Like, all the time I spent on social media could have been spent doing something else that was more worth my time, like reading a book or watching a classic film or painting or playing the guitar. Those are hobbies that I used to have a lot. I used to do a lot more when I was in high school, and now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like like my life was dominated by this phone screen. So in a sense, I deleted it because of my mental health. And also, I got caught up with how many views my reels and posts got, how many likes I got, and I just feel like I was sharing too much of my life in order to be validated that my life is amazing. And I don't think we should do that to ourselves. I think that's the direction we shouldn't be going in terms of how we live our everyday lives. Like, not everyone is going to be a top influencer or internet personality and be sponsored by these expensive brands. And I think we should normalize the fact that not all of us live that way. Like, the everyday person doesn't live that way, and I feel like we should embrace those moments off screen. And honestly, like, I still find myself opening my phone and looking for Instagram mostly because of the reels. The reels are what really got me, honestly, out of everything about Instagram. Like, I would be scrolling for like hours on end just looking at reels. They were reels on K-pop, on animals, on baking. Like, there were some really great reels though that were encouraging, but for the most part it was just trash. It was just like stuff that my brain probably didn't need. And so that's just where I'm at right now with social media. The only social networks I have right now are Reddit, Pinterest, YouTube, and Twitch. I love Twitch. I love watching gamers, especially Animal Crossing gamers on Twitch. I feel like I found the best communities on Discord. And in terms of messaging, like, I have Discord and WhatsApp and Signal, but like, none of those things I have now have me glued to my phone. Like, I'm able to do other things and they don't affect me as negatively as Instagram and TikTok did. I am really gonna miss those filters and voice filters on TikTok, but you know what? The more authentic, the better, I guess. And then, yeah, I just feel like I'm in a better place without those things. And I think I'm so excited to tell my therapist this too, because she has always been on me about not being on my phone for too long. Like, she told me months ago to only spend 30 minutes at the most on my phone, and I haven't lived up to it. So I feel like ever since I deleted those 3 main accounts 2 days ago, I have been off my phone more than on my phone, which is great. And honestly, a lot of people say like, oh, I need to keep Facebook or I need to keep Instagram so I can keep in contact with people and see how they're doing. But at the end of the day, aren't phones used for calling and text messaging? And so I had this epiphany where it's just like, if I really wanted to know how these people were doing, I wouldn't be sending them a reel on Instagram. I would be calling them, giving them a phone call, or even texting them if I'm busy that day and I have to go to work or I have to go to school. Like, I feel like relationships are more important when you put more effort into maintaining them. And I feel like this is a way to do that. So I am not in any way shaming anybody for having those social media platforms at all. Like, you do you. You know, I'm just saying for me personally, it was a long time coming. And everyone I've told about deleting those 3 apps has like praised me for it. Like, I got so many high fives from my coworkers yesterday when I shared the fact that I didn't want those platforms anymore. And all of my family are really happy for me too. And that's all the support I want, you know. And if anything else, like, it just propels me to want to spend more time with people off of my phone. Like, it makes me want to engage more. It makes me want to see more. It makes me want to do more, you know, that doesn't involve my phone. And one of the books I'm reading right now is Story by Robert McKee, which is basically well, my teacher calls it the Bible for the film industry. And what's ironic is that he is not a screenwriter. He's not a director. He literally just writes analyses on story. And it's pretty thick. Like, I'm only here, but I have been notating the hell out of it. Like, not notating, like adding sticky notes, but like highlighting things that I think are important to keep in mind, so that when I'm done with the book and I open it, I can just go to a highlight I had in there. But yeah, apart from my haircut and deleting those social media apps, like, life has been good. I haven't been doing well. I mean, I've been doing well. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I've been doing terribly, but I know in my last vlog I talked about having a panic attack, and sometimes I just cycle through those feelings, and it's just, my mental health has always been the most important to me, and I feel like a part of the reason why I was doing terribly that day was because of stress from school, stress from work, and then my coping mechanisms were scrolling nonstop on Instagram and TikTok. Well, mostly Instagram, but I'm not pressuring anybody or acting like I'm on some high horse saying like, oh, I'm better than those who use those platforms. That's no way what I'm trying to say, but it's just, what can I say? I am really sad that I don't have them. I mean, I was expecting to feel this way after deleting those apps, because, you know, there were some great memories I made on those apps. Like for Instagram, for example, like I shared a poster of a band called Mono. I think I've mentioned them before on this vlog. They're an instrumental group from Japan, and at one of their concerts I bought a poster, and I got all of the members to sign my poster, and I was so excited I couldn't wait to share about it online. On Instagram. And literally the day after, I opened my Instagram and I looked at who liked my photo, and it was Mono. So that's one of the memories I'm gonna miss from having Instagram, was connecting with my bands that I really like. But, you know, nothing beats going to their concerts, nothing beats having memorabilia, nothing beats listening to their music every day. Like, I'll have that, you know. Just because I don't follow them on Instagram, it doesn't mean I love them any less. So that would be crazy to think that. But yeah, this is just something I've been meaning to do for a while now, for years. Like, I remember a movie called Ingrid Goes West, and the way she was so obsessed with just being popular online, and she was so obsessive that she like stalked somebody and like found where they lived and acted like she didn't know where they lived, and they were all so oblivious to it, until eventually like a brother of that person called her out for being suspicious. But that movie was wild. I liked it though. It just was a social commentary, if anything else. But look at this mug though. Look at her. Like, I know it's March and we're not in spooky season yet, but it's always spooky season. Like my best friend shared this cute collage of like summer activities you can do that are spooky themed, and I'm excited to do all of them. I hope we'll do all of them this summer. That would be cool. Speaking of this summer, so one of my favorite K-pop groups of all time is GOT7, and I just found out a few days ago, I think this was when I still had Instagram, that their leader, JB, is going to have a US tour. Like, a US tour. And he's going to skip over where I live and go straight to California. And he's going to be in LA and San Francisco. I'm leaning more towards LA because it's closer, not that far of a drive. And also, there are 2 film schools there that I am interested in like looking at and touring if possible. So it just makes the most sense for me. But I am so excited. Like, if you're an Agase and you're watching, got 7 fighting, all 7 or nothing, like all that jazz. But yeah, I really hope I can go to this concert. It's on June 2nd, so it's coming up fast. Tickets go on sale on April 4th, and for general admission it ranges from like $65 to $80, but knowing California, it'll probably be on the higher end of things. But I'm so excited, like, yes. But anyway, that's what's been going on with me. I hope everything with you has been going well. And if y'all ever need anything, just shoot me a message below. And yeah, have a day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.